go, red lights are on, out they go. Pretty good start between the two cars on the front row of the grid then. And also a good stop by Steve Rideout from the second row. How did he squeeze through on the inside of Stuart Coombs there? He's going to take the lead in the Dayglow number 7 car as they go down Hatchett's. Ian Slark's late on the break up the inside and Hatchett's hairpin as well. Is this all going to work out okay? I think it probably is. The pole position man's dropped back to 5th somehow, and it's Steve Rideout that's got into the lead. What a crazy first 2 corners that was.
Oh wow, didn't Steve Rideout light up the tyres in number 7, the luminous yellow car? Wow, what a start it was. And he actually did say to me he's having it. I think that was code for I'm going for it today. Red mist, he's on it.
Okay, well he's started as he means to go on then, and you've got the 6 of them still right together in the Super Mighty Minis. The Mighty Minis, they are a few seconds a lap slower, and they are therefore a bit further behind. And probably the gap, I would guess, between the Supers and the Mighty today will be a bit bigger than it was yesterday in the wet. Yeah,
we might manage to see them lap twice, maybe. I don't know. We'll just have to look at the first few lap times. Obviously, different conditions today, nice and dry, and looks like Ian Slark's going down the inside here of Steve Rideout, going through Carter's there, and he's got it done. Beautiful move. And also, look at Nev Kirkpatrick going around Honda's. Oh, that's sensational. Look at Dave as well. Dave Kirkpatrick in the UK flag there as he's gone through into 5th. And Stuart Coombs is not enjoying himself this weekend, is he?
He's not. And meanwhile,
really strange.
Ian Slark was all sideways through Honda as well, but managed to hold on to the lead of the race. In the Mighties,
wow,
who's leading that?
That's Ollie Samwells. Ollie Samway, sorry.
So he was on pole position for that class, so he's held on to that, which is great to see. It's Mark Price 2nd, so he's had to make up some paces, and Susie Inch in 3rd place. Yeah,
very interesting to see. We're on board there with Dave Kirkpatrick on camera, Stuart just behind, but Ollie is really pulling away, and if they keep battling behind, he's just going to increase that gap. But look at Rideout's now into 3rd, Nev's into 2nd now as they come through Brooklands there, and look at Dave Kirkpatrick. He's really enjoying himself, and he wants to be up there with his brother, I'm pretty sure.
Well, he did that yesterday. Can he do it again today? We will see about that. It's very much possible. Stuart Coombs then from pole to 6th. Of course, he did get that pole because of the reversal of the results from yesterday. So in some ways, the natural order has been restored. And there's that fantastic Octane Racing Dayglow coloured car of Steve Rideout, who made that fantastic start. He's now gone very sideways through Honda. Quite a bit of curb used on the exit. He's in 3rd place. There's David Kirkpatrick. He's in 5th. So really, we've got almost like 2 3s now, haven't we, Craig?
Yeah, and as you can see already, Ian Slark fastest lap 1:12 is obviously a lot faster than yesterday. 3 seconds near enough faster than yesterday. So really started to get intense in the battle for 4th there. But Rideout's still on the back of Nevin, but Nevin's literally hanging that car out to dry. Absolutely brilliant to watch. And as you can see, just still holding on his Ditchburn.
So through the left-hander to Benny, Ditchburn again letting the back step out on that car through the crossing. Here's what's going on in the Mighties. Well, at the moment it's still Samways ahead, we think, but there has been some change in the order. It looks like Sam Slater's got ahead of Susie Inch on this lap already, and we can see the 45 car of Dan Smith, so he was already up 3 places at the end of lap 2.
Yeah, impressive stuff from Dan. Yeah, I think the emotions are kicking in now. He really wants to win. If he can get into the top 3 podium, again, it's last time round he didn't manage to finish the races. He got disqualification in the 3rd. Hopefully he can get through the 4th. Oh, Ian Slark again going around Honda. He always scares me.
It does. Let's continue to watch Susie Inch and Graham Shepherd, who was also a winner at Castle Combe, going through. They are heading to Carter's. They're trying to go 3 wide down the speedway straight into that flat out right-hand kink at Carter's. And it's Inch holding them off, but Smith, the man coming through from the back of the grid after that disqualification yesterday, he was looking for a place around the outside, but he couldn't make that work.
I mean, look at Susie really pushing on now, in the toe of Shepherd now. Is she going to go for a dive down the inside it? Now, that would be impressive. Is that going to happen? We are on board with them now on the TV, and you can just see, is that going to happen? You can see Dan Nightingale under pressure from Slater, and it looks like Mark Price has also got through past Ollie Samways.
He has, so he's gone through to take the lead of the Mighty Minis at the start of lap 4 of this race. Mark Price, the winner yesterday, once that exclusion for Sam Smith was put into effect. So we'll be looking for his 2nd victory of the weekend, and he's at the moment probably about 5 seconds clear of this battle, which is a useful lead to have.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just going to mention quickly that Dan Smith looked like he made a bit of a mess there at the through Spitfires. He's a little bit further back from where he was on the Shepherd and Inch, and that's cost him a few seconds, but hopefully that'll sort itself out. But still, the leader is Ian Slark in the Supers, with Nevin just behind in second. Lock up there from Slater! Has he done it? Yes, Mr. Slark there. Very close. I actually called him the wrong name there, Ian.
Well, he is still there, which is great, and he is actually pulling away a little bit, I reckon, from Nev Kirkpatrick in second and Steve Rideout in third. We're watching that next supercars come through, David Kirkpatrick and Mark Ditchburn and Stuart Coombs. They're still having a very good scrub. And then there's about 20 seconds after, what were we, 4 laps between the Mighties, the Supers and the Mighties. So 27 seconds, in fact, after 4 laps. So we're looking at 6 or 7 seconds a lap that they're pulling out.
Incredible, isn't it?
So we're going to get close to the Mighties being lapped twice here, I think, as you were saying at the start.
Yeah, they were. Some of them, it's a 50-50 blend between can we have rain or not. I know Laura Harris really enjoyed herself yesterday, so rain was definitely on the cards for her. But again, it's great to see them all still together, and the battle for fourth here is looking very interesting. Is it Dave Kirkpatrick just in front of Ditchburn there in the green Mini?
Yeah,
right, coming around the right-hander there.
You mentioned Laura Harris. She finished 6th, didn't she?
Brilliant.
In the 90s yesterday.
Absolutely
but she's at the back today. Graham Shepherd's got a 5-second penalty there. That's going to be for exceeding track limits, I would think. So Graham Shepherd's got to be careful of those track limits. Don't go over the white lines. Don't go over the curbs. Meanwhile, Ditchburn locks up in the fight for 4th place. And that's going to cost him a position because Stuart Coombs can nip through on the inside at Hatchet on lap 6.
He took a lot of that curve there, didn't he? Just a little bit more than normal, but great move there from Stuart as he come through. We're back with 3rd, 4th and 5th respectively, and it's still Dave Kirkpatrick holding that from Stuart Coombs. Hopefully Stuart Coombs can turn up a little notch with the last 13 minutes of the race, but Ditchburn's not giving this up, is he? He's right on the back of him, and Mighty Minis have just come through, and there's a 4-way battle for the lead at the moment, Ian. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, Mark Price is at the head of that. It's level pegging for second. We'll see if we can pick the Mighty Mini battle up, which is just about to come through DeBenny as well. We've got the battle that's yes, here we are. This is the battle on screen now. It involves Ollie Samways, it involves Sam Slater, and that's Nightingale as well. So Slater's got ahead of Nightingale already on this lap.
Yeah, I was going to say Sam Slater, he's a UK indoor champion, 19, 20 and 21. So he knows knows how to drive, and he obviously likes the way the Mini handles around it. He did a good job yesterday as well, obviously finishing second in the race, the third round, should I say. And but great stuff from him. But Mark Price holding the lead from Samways. He's having a better race this time round, obviously nice and dry. He did say he was looking forward to this race today.
Yeah, Ollie was raced with 750 Motors Club before. In sports specials, notably, but here he is racing in the Mighty Minis, administered these days by the Castle Racing Club. 6th event calendar for them this season. We'll see them again with the 750 Motor Club at Cadwell Park later in the year. Yeah,
we would love a bumper cam on there right now, wouldn't we? As Sam Slater goes down the inside, coming up to Hatchet's hairpin. Has he got that done? He's got the nose in front. He's got half a car. He's now got a full car. That's going to be done. He's on the brakes. Oh, nearly clips the back end of Mark Price's rear bumper, and that would have been another chrome bumper for sale on eBay. But manages to get that done, and the gap's still opening up. But Sam Slater looks like he's on a bit of a charge now, Ian.
He is. So that's Slater, the number 93 car. There's Mark Price, the leader of the Mighty Mini part of the race. He's got a few car lengths in hand at the moment, but I'm not sure it's going to stay that way. It's Slater in second, Daz Nightingale third, Samway's the one that's lost out there in 4th position. Graham Shepherd on the back of his group in 5th place, but don't forget, you've got to add 5 seconds to his time. Oh no! That's Dan Smith, who we were hoping to see come through from the back to maybe challenge for the win, but he's left the fit circuit there with a cloud of smoke out there. Great.
Yeah, was that bodywork or was that engine? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure there, but that's a real shame for Dan. He will be absolutely devastated.
Had a nightmare start to the season,
I know.
Hasn't he? That's
absolutely
four
unbelievable.
Now, nothing to show for it.
Nothing at all.
What a shame, yeah. So what we're watching now, watching the battle for second, that's Nev Kirkpatrick. This is the Super Mighty Minis, number 11, and Stephen Rideout, number 7. That's Nev Kirkpatrick, who was the winner yesterday, of course. He also won one of the races at Castle Combe as well. And he's got Steve Rideout, who made that blinding start to the race, right behind him. There's Dave Kirkpatrick in 5th, and behind him is Mark Ditchburn in 6th place. Oh, and side by side here.
Nevin, brave man coming through Carter's there, and he's done it. He's also got the power to come out of that with a 3-car gap as well. That was absolutely incredible. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Well done, Nevin, as he come through Hondas there, going into Hatchets, and he's got a nice bit of a gap now on Ride Out, and he's now chasing down Ian Slark, and now they're catching up with the first of the Mighty Minis.
Yeah, they'll be starting to do laps on traffic soon. Talking of the Mighty Minis, here's the battle for the lead in that class. It's Mark Price now with Sam Slater right behind us. Nightingale is there in third. See Graham Shepherd's now got his way ahead of Ollie Samways as well on the road, but still has that 5-second penalty to be applied after the race. But here's Price. Can he hold on from Sam Slater, do you think, Craig?
Yeah, Pinky's doing well, isn't he? He's a wet room specialist, so he should be able to hold him off, hopefully. He knows his way around these tracks, and obviously he's been in the rain yesterday, so we'll see if that develops into anything. But you can see, still it's Mark Price in the lead from Slater. He's trying to find the inside line, but great defensive work there from Mark. But look at Darren Nightingale, see, winning the championship. Oh, he started the lead of the championship in the Mighty Minis going into rounds 3 and 4, but that could all change this weekend. But in third place now.
Yeah, he'll be keen to get some places away from Mark Price, because if Price gets a double win here, that's him moving up the championship standings, of course. Still a long way to go. 4 more meetings to come after this at Silverstone, Brands Hatch, Cadwell Park and Castle Combe. And here are the two leads almost side by side heading into the Senna S's. That time Price and Slater, and just getting away a little bit now from Daz Nightingale in third place within the Mighty Mini class. 8.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, these slightly different lines from both the drivers. You can see Mark's taken that a lot wider line, and there's a slight bit of karting excellence there coming in from Sam Slater there, and it's very interesting to see those two different lines coming through these corners. But let's see if he can close up the gap. But Darren's still on the back of this as well, and is that Shep in fourth? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, but he's still got that 5-second penalty, which is going to really kick him.
Well, if he can get away from Ollie Samways by 5 seconds, which I wouldn't rule out here, he's probably about 2 seconds ahead now. It might not cost him too much, but if he gets ahead of the cars ahead of him, he'll be kicking himself, because it will cost him then. So, Slater to the outside, down into the hairpin, very late on the brakes. I don't think he's going to get that turned in. He's not, is he? No.
Oh, that was very unlucky. He tried to get the inside line, didn't get the nose quite there. Mark Price literally just went, nope, you're not having that, mate. Sorry. The door was cleanly shut, and as another crack at it. So great job from both these drivers. Great respect. It's absolutely fantastic. Fast-paced action, clean, cheap racing.
Ooh.
Can't miss it. Oh, and then I say that, and commentator's curse nearly kicked in, or has it? No, he's stayed on the track. I'm lucky.
He nearly lost that. It was right on the limit of adhesion, really, I think, as they went through the sort of second part of the left-hander. We call that the crossing, really, and they head to the Senna S's. And so Slater held on to that and didn't lose too much time in all of that. He has probably brought Nightingale a little bit close to the back of him again. Best laps of this race, well, Ian Slark 1:12.55 in the Supers. In the Mighties, it's hard to discern. I think it's actually Shepherd with the 1:17.28, but bad news for him, he's now got a 15-second penalty, so another 10 seconds added on. He's been a little bit naughty with those track limits.
Yeah, very, very naughty indeed. You're going to see something come out pretty shortly, but hopefully, you know, that it stays there, and yeah, they're not going to make a gap on there, but he might actually still be able to get 5th place, because there's a big gap, isn't there, between them and the next one, which I think is Susie Inch. But Nevin Kirkpatrick there still having a great battle with Steve Rideout, and it's just brilliant. Watch the cars bouncing through Honda Curve. It's absolutely brilliant, Ian.
Yeah, nearly 3/4 of the way through this race now. An exciting moment in as the traffic, isn't there, going down towards the hairpin, and that's Susie Inch being lapped by Steve Rideout there, the 3rd placeman who threads his way between Susie Inch and the 32 car of James Jenkins. Yeah, benefited massively for Nevin. As you can see, it's giving him a 5-6 car lengths there nearly on Steve Rideout. Really frustrating. Had to cut through the 2 Mighty Minis like butter, and has managed to get on, but he's not going to give it up. He's got 5-6 minutes to go there, and he's going to keep pushing. And Stuart Coombs is now back in this as well, so he's got through the traffic quite well there, Ian. Looks like it. So we've got just over a quarter of the race left to go. This is the Mighty Mini lead battle again, and this is Slater coming up the inside into Honda. Can he do it? Yes, he can do it. He takes the lead away from Mark Price.
Beautifully done there, Ian. He did a great job, and that sort of put Mark Price under pressure now because Darren Nightingale's now having a look. Don't forget he was winning the championship coming into Pembrey this weekend. And again, is that guy he's going through the middle of them there? No, he's not quite done that, has he? But again, he's trying a little cut on Mark there, and he's literally shut the door, hasn't he? He made sure he got through and he could get around the outside here of Sam Slater. Is that possible?
Yeah, Nightingale's done it, so he's got through there. He's a lot of curb on the inside there at Hatchett's. He's got the outside line though for the left-hander, so Slater in the sort of grey car is going to come back at him. He's got his nose back in front, but it's Nightingale on the outside line who finally loses out. So Slater and Price is back to like 4th in the train now. Because Shepherd has got through as well. Shepherd with that 15-second penalty, so I don't think we need to worry too much about him. But Price has had a troubling few corners.
Yeah, that was very, very audacious there from Darren Nightingale. But you can see that's how much it means to them. They want to race. They want to get in there. They want to get that win. And Darren Nightingale's literally found some mojo with 4.5 minutes to go, hasn't he? He's right on Slater's case now. So we'll see what happens here. But it's a shame for Graham because he's actually with the pack and doing a good job there, isn't he?
In the Super Mighty Minutes, it's still number 1, Ian Slark, that's leading by 2.5 seconds from Nev Kirkpatrick in second, and number 7, Steve Rideout, is third. On the live stream, we're focusing though on the Mighty Mini League battle because you've got Sam Slater there ahead of Daz Nightingale, and on the road, Graham Shepherd as well, and he's going to have a look down the inside of Nightingale into Hatchett, but he locks up. And he now uses... that could be another 5. Yeah, okay, well, after 15, it's then another 30 seconds that gets added to your time, and then if you do it again, you're black flagged. So Graham Shepherd needs to watch his step, I think, if he's not going to have a very long conversation with the clerk of the course after the race.
Yeah, I think that is going to be a very long conversation. I think he's going to need a coffee and a bagel for that one. Yeah, he's still there, but Ian Slark is carving through the Mighty Minis now. But I've just noticed that it looks like Steve Rideout is now on the back of Nevin again, isn't it? I mean, he's obviously 3 car lengths behind now, so he's definitely closing up. 3.5 minutes to go. He could do it.
He could do. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. There's Rideout just going through shot there, isn't he? In the 7 car, the bright yellow car, and that is back to the Mighty Mini lead battle.
Ian Slark carving his way through there, Ian, isn't he?
Through. Yeah, so he's gonna get out of the way, and he can leave therefore Slater and Nightingale to it.
Yeah, he looks like a police car with those flashing lights in the front there, doesn't he? He's like, get out of the way, I'm in an emergency. And Nevin just going past down Nightingale for that battle for the lead. But look at the gap that Sam Slater's got now. I mean, yes, Shep's going for that 2nd place, but obviously we know what's going to happen there. So as Nightingale just decided to think, do you know what, we know where we are now. Are we going to attack that? But look at this, Rideout is trying his best to get past Nightingale through the Hatchets.
Yeah, so Rideout has done that. Again, lots of curb being used by Rideout to do that at Hatchet's hairpin. We've got a black flag now being shown to number 9, Graham Shepherd. So he is, I'm afraid, going to be hauled off the circuit because he has been pushing the limits, exceeding the limits a little bit too often.
Yeah, well, we had the 5, then it went to 15, then it's gone another 5, and I think they've just decided, you know what, that's enough today. And it's a real shame for Graham Shepherd because he was really enjoying it, the racing from yesterday as well. So and also won at Coombe.
He did indeed. Right, only 2 minutes left to go in this race now. And that's the problem for Slater. Problem for Slater, the Mighty Mini class leader, all of a sudden goes very slowly indeed. So it's going to be Daz Nightingale that will effectively assume the lead of that race then. There is Slater, he's going to pull off, so that's 2 retirements from the Mighty Minis.
What's that dropping at the bottom there? Is that something, is he hit something? There's something dragging at the bottom, not too sure what that is.
But 2 retirements for the Mighty Minis, that's quite unusual with Dan Smith disappearing a few laps ago. Look how disappointed he is, or possibly he's just looking to try and, I don't know, get the car fired up again. No, it's come to a halt. There is something trailing underneath, not quite sure.
Yeah, is that some sort of, that looks like a cable or something, or is that, I'm not too sure what that is. That's
well, either way, he's out of the race, isn't he?
Yeah.
Minute 16 to go. So Graham Shepherd now leads on the roads in the Mighty Minis, but he's got the black flag, as we've seen, so he's not going to keep that win. So effectively, he's Daz Nightingale from Ollie Samways now, and Mark Price, I think, 3rd in the Mighty Mini. So he's been going backwards during this race as well, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a real shame. We're just on with Ian Slark at the moment. He's really not put a foot wrong, but he's also put a lot of passion into his race, hasn't he, to try and get away. Just seeing what is happening on screen at the moment, and you can see there is Laura got a problem as well? Was she just slowing down for the? I think she's slowing down for the supers. So it's very clever.
Yeah,
well done.
yellow flags, I think, for the Slater car that stopped on the circuit.
Yeah, just down to the right.
Slark coming through now to start his final lap underneath our commentary box. So 30 seconds of the race left to go. It's Slark leading, Kirkpatrick second and Rideout third. We're looking at Graham Shepherd. We were briefly looking at Graham Shepherd. There's the black flag we were talking about. And it will have been seen by Graham Shepherd as we're watching the David Kirkpatrick car go through. He's still in 5th place.
Yeah, very open now, isn't it? But the battle at the moment that we should, if we can, look at is the Nevin Kirkpatrick ride-out battle, which is starting to hot up with a few seconds to go there, Ian.
Ollie Samways has now got a 5-second penalty as well, so that's going to cost him a position, I think, as well. So, yeah, we'll certainly just get the abacus out to work these results out, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Shep's just coming as well, Ian, so he'll be very disappointed, very frustrated man. I think he's going to need a breakfast when he finishes.
Okay, well, it's like your responsibility to sort that out.
Yeah, I think I might do that for him. I think that's nice.
Right, okay, so we're watching Rideout there. He's right in behind Nev Kirkpatrick, but that means that Ian Slark is a little bit further up the road. He's already coming into Honda for the final time, but who's going to be second? Checkered flag is going to go out now, and it's going to be Ian Slark that wins the race. There he is, but second and third, nose to tail over the line, is just Nev Kirkpatrick from Steve Rideout. Stuart Coombs got closer to the top 3 in the end, only about a second or so behind them, and quite a long gap back to 5th and 6th, which I think is going to be David Kirkpatrick and Mark Ditchburn.
Yep.
And also we then have the
Darren Nightingale's just come through.
Yes, Daz Nightingale has come through to win the Mighty Mini part of the race. Got rather confusing towards the end, didn't it? So he was 1.6 seconds ahead of Ollie Samways on the road. You get Mark Price coming home.
He'll be second. Is that second now? I think.
Yeah, it will be.
I think it was under 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that would be second for him. So we'd be pleased with that. It's just a shame for Ollie Samways there.
Yeah, first and the second then for Mark Price. I think they've all come home now. So we'll have a look at the result then. Ian Slark, number 1, the race winner, from number 11, Nevin Kirkpatrick. 2.8 seconds between them in the end. Third to number 7, Steve Rideout. 4th was number 8, Stuart Coombs. David Kirkpatrick was 5th, and Mark Ditchburn rounded out the top 6. Then we get to the Mighty Minis. That's a win for number 36 then, Daz Nightingale. Ollie Samways done 58 second on the road, but he'll drop down to 3rd behind Mark Price after that 5-second penalty. So number 4, Mark Price will move up, and rounding out the top 10 was James Jenkins. 11th to Susie Inch, 12th to Paul Hollett, but we lost Graham Shepherd here. He was black flagged. Laura House, I think, did make it to the checkered flag, but Sam Slater and Dan Smith didn't. Some great racing this weekend from the Mighty Minis, Craig.
Yeah, again, it's another race that they've managed to finish. Unfortunately for Dan, didn't make it this time round, but he'll be back at Silverstone, so really looking forward to that one next month, so fingers crossed. But it's been an absolute pleasure, Ian, wasn't it? Absolute pleasure.
Yeah, no, it's been great to have you with us in the box to give us your perspective on the Mighty Minis. Hope to see you again later on in the season when you're back with the 750 Motor Club at Cadwell, so we'll look forward to seeing you then. What have we got? We've got 2 more races still before the lunch break, haven't we? We've got the 116 Trophy, the sprint race for them, and the Tagiwa Type R Trophy as well. You can see that the cars are heading down the pit lane, only just arriving now, so it's been a relatively sedate slowing down lap for Ian Slark, who has got his first win of the season to add to 2 seconds and a 3rd place that he's had this year so far. But we can now go down to the pit lane and hear from Josh Barrett with our winners.
So we're down here with the winner of that Mighty Mini race, which was Ian Slark, and we'll let Ian take off his helmet. And he managed to pull away during the course of that race, and then he had lots of traffic to deal with, which always gets busy in these races. So congratulations to Ian, who gets congratulated on the win there in the Super Mighty Minis. I'll give you the winner's garland.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
And like I say, the reverse grid, first of all, that becomes a bit busy in the first couple of laps.
Yeah, that's part of the fun, isn't it? Yeah, it's like, how are we going to get through this, not what's going to happen? But luckily, they sort of opened up down there, and I managed to sneak up the inside, and from there, it was just hang on for dear life and hope that they wouldn't catch me. Or Steve, or anybody else.
I guess they were battling behind. Did that help you just keep sort of maintain that gap?
Yeah, I couldn't tell if they were battling or working together, and they were probably doing a bit of both. But yeah, I just sort of kept my head down and kept going and hoped for the best.
And lots of drifting around this circuit. It's a good circuit for a Mini.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done it in the dry since well, I haven't done it at all since 2007. So it was a bit of getting used to it again yesterday. But today in the dryer, yeah, it's pretty awesome, isn't it? It's good fun.
It's nicer to go home in the dry as well, isn't it?
Nice to go home with a straight car, less covered in mud than yesterday.
Looking forward to the rest of the season now.
I'm actually having a few off, unfortunately, which, yeah, of course, now you start doing all right again, you're a bit worried about, but I think I have to have a break, unfortunately. So, yeah, here's what it is.
Well, congratulations on your victory, and we can catch up with the mighty winner when it was Darren Nightingale, so we get Darren over. So congratulations there. In the end, it was all your competitors sort of had dropped out for one reason or another.
No, I won fair and square, nothing to do with that. No, yeah, it's a shame. But we was battling 3/4 of the race, and then they started dropping away like flies. I don't know what happened. Yeah. A bit of a coming together in the hairpin, but I don't think that had anything to do with it. Hopefully. But yeah, it's a shame. But yeah, it was really good battle, great race. So we've had best of both, wet and then dry. Fantastic, loved it.
Yeah, like you say, there was a lot of cars involved in that battle for quite a long time that you were well in the middle of.
Yeah, it was great. It was tussling, and that's mini racing. Yeah. That's what we do. Absolutely great, brilliant. Recommend it to anyone.
You enjoyed this weekend at Pembrey?
Yeah, loved it. First time here. Yeah, never tested, nothing. So just went out yesterday, had a go. Yeah. So to win, happy days. Yeah.
And a good start to your season, I think.
Yeah, I've had 2 wins now, 2/3. I'm pretty much up there. So yeah, keep it up. Reliability, I think, hopefully through the season will keep me going. So yeah, hopefully.
Best of luck for the rest of the year. Cheers, so that's our race winner from the Mighty Minis and the Super Mighty Minis. Up next, I think it's the sprint race for the Gas Shocks 116 trophy.